What's up guys, Sparrow here, and as you all know, RTBAA, aka the Halloween special of last year, was a cliffhanger, and I left you all guessing what was coming next. Well my friends, after a much needed break from said series, it's time to begin auditions for new characters and artists willing to put their efforts out there. And, same as last year, there's roles for both men and women in the voice acting department. I want to stress that this project is unpaid, meaning that all of your efforts will be solely volunteer work. And if you expect payment after the submission, you will not be paid and will be kicked immediately. This is the only time I will be saying this, and if you don't like the idea, click away now. Now, on to the requirements. Please listen closely, because the following requirements are needed to even qualify, and if you cannot meet them, click away now. 1. You must be an adult. This story contains many adult-oriented themes that would cause it to meet an R rating, so no minors will be allowed into this project. And if you lie about your age, it's not my fault if you end up traumatized or disturbed by anything in the script. So please, if you are a minor, please click away now. 2. You must be comfortable with themes such as abuse, drug addiction, suicide, language, and of course, violence. This story isn't light on any sort of level, and has many heavy topics within its scripture. Therefore, if you dislike swearing or anything stated above, take your time of day elsewhere. 3. Your recording environment must be acceptable. I will be editing your audio, which means there cannot be heavy amounts of reverb or echo in your background. This also includes things like cars, TVs, people talking, just anything that would distract a listener from the story in general. So no echo chambers or open rooms with no treatment whatsoever. 4. Your microphone quality must also be acceptable. This means no phones or tablets. Only clear and clean quality will be accepted. So mics like the Blue Yeti or Snowball, AT2020, or anything XLR are what will be accepted. 5. Your acting must be realistic. This is a grimdark, meaning there will be intense and dramatic scenes that will require legitimate voice acting. If you want to be part of my project, you must bring your absolute 110% effort. I will not even bat an eye to stale or monotonous voice acting. 6. An additional rule that I'm adding this year, considering what happened during the production of Part 1, is that if you are chosen, please do not submit any files until you have completed every single one. I have one role as a director in these projects, and that's as long as you respect me, I'll respect you. Please take this to heart, shall I pick you for the part. 7. You must be able to submit your audition files in either MP3 or WAV format, seeing my editing program only accepts those formats, and I'd rather not have to do conversions manually. 8. Lastly, is that you must have a Discord account. Anyone I cast is added to a project server so that I can keep things organized and keep in touch with everyone on their parts in the project. No alternatives will be accepted, so if you do not have a Discord account, this project isn't for you. The same requirements apply to any artists who try out as well, except for a few things. Artists must be able to export any submissions in JPEG or PNG format at the size of 1920 by 1080. This is the needed size to fit the screen of a standard YouTube video in 720p, so this is a definite must. 2. Your art must look nice. No Microsoft Paint doodles or anything like that. I'm looking for great detail, shading, and appeal. Any art style is welcome, seeing it's great to have diversity in a longer project like this. Lastly, you must submit within a decent time frame. The only exceptions where I allow more time is illness or anything beyond your control. I'm an understanding guy, but be aware I have a lot of experience, can read between legitimacy and excuses, and will not hesitate to kick you if you decide to abuse my exceptions for more time. Alright, that was a lot. But now we can move on to the open characters as much as some brief descriptions of their voices. We'll start with the males to avoid confusion. First up, we have Officer Darkwood. This character is very minor, as are most of these characters, and is depicted with a deep and gravelly voice that has a slight southern accent to it. Next, we have Dr. Redcross. He's your casual douchey jerk that has an ego the size of a well. He harasses patients of his mental ward and does, stuff with female nurses behind the scenes, and is very similar in tone to our first character listed. Lastly is Darwin Flair, Lily Bloom's abusive husband. His voice will need to be intimidating, seeing he's an absolute control freak and psychopath, so give it your best shot. Alright, now onto our female characters. First up is Callie Stirrup. This is your casual Diamond Tiara. She's mean, ruthless, and just a bitch in nature, and is depicted with a High Valley Girl style voice. Next, we have Blueberry Pie. She's exactly what you'd think. Hyper, happy, ecstatic, just like Pinkie Pie. She's the owner of Sugar Cube Corner after Pinkie's untimely demise, and is a simple one-line character. Lastly, and most importantly, is Princess Flair, the daughter of Celestia and the immature leader of Equestria. She carries the qualities of a very clever psychopath, having a voice of a teenage age range, with a calming essence to it, but also with a ring of unease and danger beneath. This is one of the key characters and may return in Part 3, so be aware that you may be signing on for more than just one installment of this series. You are more than welcome to try out for multiple characters, even if they aren't your gender. If you think you can do it, go for it. Just be sure to send your auditions for each character separately. And I believe that's everything. Auditions will be open up to April 30th, so be absolutely sure to get your audition in by then. Please send your auditions to the email linked in the Google Doc linked in the description below, and be sure to follow all the requirements stated earlier in the video. I will announce if you've been chosen via Discord by private message, and wish you all the best of luck. I look forward to seeing and hearing all of your submissions. And until next time, happy horrors and take care.